It's 5 a.m. The garage is 42 degrees. There's no lighting kit. There's no tripod. There is nobody in the world who knows you're awake right now except the dog, and the dog has gone back to sleep. There is a barbell on the floor. There is a kettlebell next to it. There is a thermos of coffee on the bench that you'll get to in 15 minutes. And that's the whole scene. To anyone watching from a distance, this looks vaguely antisocial, like you've opted out of something. The standard frame people use for it, the lone wolf, the grinder, the guy who hates people, I've come to find a little embarrassing, honestly. None of those frames is what's actually happening. The longer I watch this specific behavior in people, the more I think the popular vocabulary on it is missing the real thing by a wide margin. So here's the version I keep coming back to. The garage at 5 a.m. is not about exercise. The exercise is happening, sure, but the exercise is the cover story. What you're actually doing in that cold room is something more specific, and I think most of the people who do it could not tell you what it is, even though they wake up and do it 3 to 5 days a week without missing. I think you're buying back an hour of your life from a system that has been collecting interest on it. Stay with me, because this is the part I want to spend on. Picture an ordinary day for the kind of person who ends up in a freezing garage at sunrise. From the moment your eyes open, you are reachable. The phone is reachable. The work chat is reachable. The text thread with your mum is reachable. The shared family calendar updates without asking you. Somebody you barely know on a video call this morning will need a small piece of you. Somebody at lunch will ask how the project is going. Somebody at 4 p.m. will need a quick favor. By the end of the day, 14 separate humans will have made a small withdrawal from the account of your attention, and not one of them will know they did it. You will go to bed slightly emptier than when you woke up. This is not because anyone is being cruel. It's because the structure of a modern life is set up so that everyone gets to make small, polite withdrawals from you all day, every day, and the bank never closes. The garage at 5 a.m. is the bank closing. Let me show you what I mean, because this lands better in scenes than in theory. Picture a Tuesday in late November. It's raining. The garage roof is making that small, flat, metallic sound that rain makes on cheap aluminium. The barbell on the floor is loaded to a weight you failed to lift last week. You missed it. You re-racked it. You went to bed disappointed. And here you are again, at 5 a.m., chalking your hands. There is no camera, no music, no coach. Nobody is coming downstairs if the bar lands on you. If you decided right now to walk back inside, take off your shoes, and crawl back into bed, literally not one person on this planet would know. Your reputation would be completely intact. You step under the bar anyway. That moment, the moment where you choose to do the thing nobody is watching you do, is the thing the garage is actually for. Or this. You're a runner. It's January, 5:40 a.m., still dark out. You're 3 miles into a 5-mile loop on a road that runs past closed gas stations and one diner with the lights just coming on. There's frost on the grass beside the road. You're cold. Your lungs hurt a little. There is no one in the world who would know if you cut the loop short and went home at the next intersection. You don't cut it short. You don't even seriously consider it. You hit the corner, you turn left, and you keep going. Or this. You're a swimmer at a community pool that opens at 5:30. You're the only person in the lane line at 5:32. The lifeguard is half asleep in his chair. You'll do an hour. Nobody will see the second 45 minutes. You do them anyway, with the same form as the first 15. These are not displays of discipline. Discipline is the wrong word for it, actually. Discipline is what people who don't do this think it is. From inside, it doesn't feel like discipline at all. It feels like the only 45 minutes of the day when nobody is asking you to be useful to them. Here's the part I want you to actually hear because I think it's the heart of the popular advice for people who feel chronically empty is to socialize more, to lean on community, to find your tribe. For some people, that's exactly right. For a different kind of person, the one who already spends most of their week being available to other humans, community is just more withdrawals. What that person is starving for is not connection. It's an unobserved hour. An hour where their face is not doing a job. An hour where nobody is downloading anything from them. An hour where the only feedback in the room comes from an iron bar that does not care who they are. The barbell does not care. That is its single best quality. 200 pounds is 200 pounds. The bar does not care that you had a hard week. It does not care that your boss was rude on Friday. It does not care about your follower count, your job title, your relationship status, your sleep last night, or the version of yourself you have been performing for the rest of the world since Sunday. The bar will go up if you can lift it, and stay on the floor if you can't. There is no negotiation. There is no audience reaction. There is just the quiet truth of whether you can or you can't today, right now, in this freezing room. For a person who has spent the entire week managing other people's perceptions of them, that kind of unbreakable honesty is not punishment, it's relief. Here is what I keep coming back to, and I am holding this loosely. The garage isn't a discipline ritual. It is an hour of unedited reality, taken back by force from a life that had been quietly editing every other hour of the day. I wanted to be careful with one thing. None of this means group training is wrong, or that the gym is shallow, or that working out alone makes you better than someone with a coach. That whole hierarchy is the same ego game in a different uniform, and I find it boring. Some people genuinely thrive with a coach barking at them. Some people need the energy of a class. Some people need a workouts buddy who would notice if they didn't show up. There is no nobility in suffering alone if the suffering is unnecessary. What I'm describing is something quieter. It's the experience of a person who has already built the habit, who already knows how to show up, and who has discovered that the unobserved version of the work is the version that gives them back the most of themselves. The cost of this hour is real, and I want to name it. The people in your life who could have known you in that hour don't get to. The version of you that exists between 5 a.m. and 5:45 a.m., sweating, breathing hard, completely unguarded, is a version almost nobody you love has ever met. You keep her private on purpose. That privacy is the price. But you pay it because the other 23 hours of the day, you have been spending tiny pieces of yourself out into a world that does not always know it's being given anything. The garage just closes the bank for 45 minutes before the day reopens it. You probably set the alarm again tonight for 4:50 a.m. Not because anyone is holding you accountable, not because anyone would notice if you skipped. You'll set it because somewhere in you, the body knows that this hour is the toll the rest of the day cannot collect. What would you actually be like after a year of one unobserved hour a day? The bar doesn't care who you are. That's why you go.